So in this particular video, I'll be giving you 5 practical tips that worked for me during this particular journey. And eat healthy. How do you eat healthy as a new mom? Try walking. Walking works absolutely great. By the way, I tend to gain a lot of weight, about 25 to 30 kg when I'm pregnant. Honestly, it's not like I eat for 4, but I don't know what I did to fat. Sometimes I even went out to walk in the morning and I'll be crying because I'm like, why is it that fat will not leave me alone? But hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chigo, and in today's video I'll be telling you how I moved from this to this. First and foremost, I'm a mom of 3, and that picture you just saw is not my first weight loss journey, neither is it my second, but it was my third.
My first weight loss. My 2 ND weight loss. My third weight loss.
I was at my biggest weight ever, and I honestly never thought I was going to lose that weight. First and foremost, I went through a lot during that pregnancy, and somehow it just felt like I woke up and I became a mom of 3. It was almost like I never prepared for it. I was never aware, or maybe I wasn't even pregnant, or I just suddenly just felt like, God, what is going on? So in this particular video, I'll be giving you 5 practical tips that worked for me during this particular journey, and that can also help you go through it if you're a new mom, or if you're a new mom, or you're 1 year postpartum, you're 2 years postpartum. At any time that you decide to start your journey, it's a good time for you, just like they usually say, now when you wake up, be your morning. So I would want you to watch this video and please pay proper attention, and so that you could get the practical guidelines that really works for me. First and foremost, I took in for my third, and I wasn't exactly prepared for. My baby was 8 months at the time when I took in for my third child. So you can imagine all I literally went through during the pregnancy phase and everything. I also had a condition that I can't honestly remember the medical term right now, but basically what I would say, it was like a pelvic girdle pain. So I had my pelvic was hurting or started paining me from when I was at my second trimester. See, when I got to my to 6 months postpartum, so it was a lot. It felt like my bones were crushing. The pain was terrible. The pain was, I usually just explain to people that the pain was like someone just lifted a glass table and left it, and it fell and shattered. That was like the pain I felt every single day from my second trimester to almost my 6 months postpartum. And so first and foremost, it was very hard to wake up and begin a weight loss journey. So when I get put to bed, I was at my biggest, and I was wondering how I was going to move from 100 kg to even my previous weight, or how I was going to lose the weight, if at all. Honestly, it wasn't an easy phase for me, and I cannot begin to explain all that went down, but I'm just going to go right in and tell you all I did that helped me lose my belly fat, of course, and also lose the weight eventually. So I went on a weight loss journey because you can't just spot reduce. You can't just wake up and say you want to lose fat in a particular part of your body, because sometimes what really helps us lose this particular fat in a particular part of the body could just be how genetically, maybe how your body tends to lose weight. Some people lose weight from their tummy faster, some it could be their upper body, some it could be their lower body. So it differs for everybody, and it's important that we note this so that we don't go about comparing ourselves or even being sad or feeling like what you're doing in your journey is not working. So I just want to go straight to the point. The first practical tip I will tell you is to be mentally ready. So when I realized that I was getting big, and normally for my previous pregnancies at 6 weeks postpartum, I would start at least for my second delivery. From at 6 weeks postpartum, I was already on the road, doing taking walks in the morning, ensuring that I watched the portions of food I was eating and everything. But for my third, it was this particular one which I just showed you on the screen. It was very, very difficult. It was so difficult that there was no way I had to even understand how I was supposed to care for 3 children. By the way, I had no help at this time. So I just wondered how I was going to take care of my child, and at the same time take care of the children and everything, and just to be able to go into a weight loss journey. I was honestly not mentally ready for it. And so I told myself, I just gave birth. I just gave, and I know that yes, I may have the pressure to want to just lose this weight as soon as possible, but I have to give myself some grace. I have to be mentally ready, because at that time I wasn't mentally ready. So I will tell you that one practical tip before you start a weight loss journey, especially if you're a new mom: wait until you're mentally ready. You're not going to feel depressed forever. You're not going to feel overwhelmed forever. You're going to eventually get out of that particular phase. So wait until you completely feel yourself again. So one thing I told myself was this: I wasn't going to rush into this weight loss journey. Of course, I was feeling sad already. I was feeling depressed because fat is something that honestly depresses me, and the fact that I have gone through this journey several times just made it worse, that I have to come to terms to eat again. But I guess that it's one of the sacrifices we tend to make as mothers, having to see our body go back and forth as every time. It's not the easiest, but I'm sure that our babies are always worth that sacrifice. So the next thing I'll talk about is about your mindset. When it comes to weight loss, it's always mind over body. This is one practical tip that helped me, especially before I began the journey, because I knew I had to put myself together. I had to give myself those positive affirmations, knowing that every day I have to do what I have to do to get the results that I desired. And so without, your body won't move except your mind convinces your body that you can do this. Trust me, for weight loss, you will always hear, oh, you have to have a mindset change, because without a mindset change, you would not see food in a different light. You will not see exercise in a different light. You won't even be able to do what you have to do. So it is always mind over body. So you need to convince yourself every day that you can do this. You have to change your mindset. You have to be focused, and just know that you've got this journey. You can, of course and obviously, do it, but you need to put yourself together in order to get it done. So it's always mind over body. So you have to have a mindset change, knowing that you're doing this for yourself, knowing that you're doing this to change your lifestyle. You know that you have to it also has to be like a lifestyle change. So it is important that you don't see it as something that you're just going to do now and then you're going to go back to your lifestyle, because if you do that, you're obviously going to go back and gain all the weight again. So you need to, of course, have a mindset change, and of course know that it is always mind over body. So practical terms, this was something that it was like more like a constant reminder I had to give myself, like a positive, like almost like a positive affirmation, a daily positive affirmation for me to always know that, to always control my mind and put my mind in that phase always. Another practical tip that worked for me, that helped me lose the weight and the tummy fat, was exercise. I know exercise doesn't have to be stressful to be effective. I, for one, all I have done when I was losing weight, for like the 3 times that I had lost weight, including this third one, all I did was walking. I woke up every morning, took like a 20 minutes or a 30 minutes walk, and that was all. But in this particular third weight loss journey, the kids were already like going to school at the time. So at that time, they had a crutch, or they have a crutch in their school. So what I did every morning, now this was very intentional. What I did every morning was I take all the kids to school, and of course I trust the school enough to be able to take care of my baby. So I left my baby in their crèche in the morning, and then I go out to with one of my friends. Her name is Uche, by the way, in case you're watching this video. Hi. And so she really helped me at that time a whole lot, because I usually go to meet her up in her estate, and then we will take like a 1 hour walk. Even if maybe I could just be walking, she could decide to maybe take a run, but she always just was by my side, or just kept by my side. And that honestly did help me, because the minute I was ready to begin my exercise routine again, we started off together, so I dropped the kids in school. I drop the kids in school, and then I come to meet her, and then we take this brisk walk together for like an hour, and then I go back home. So it was very, very intentional. So this is one tip I would say you should incorporate if you're a new mom, if you're a postpartum mom, 1 year postpartum, 2 year postpartum, you even done exercise before. Exercise is something you see as hard work. Try walking. Walking works absolutely great. And also, as a mom that just gave birth, of course your body is probably stiff, you don't even have enough energy to do a lot of things. So walking is like one of the best exercises you can do at that time. You wake up in the morning, just free up your body, make only that walking alone self at the first time is enough to help you feel really light. Don't try to do anything strenuous. Take a 20 or 30 minutes brisk walk every day, and as time goes on, you can increase intensity. And that was one exercise I totally did almost for the better part of my weight loss journey, because I also had this pelvic girdle pain that I never knew that I was going to be able to do a lot of things, so that honestly did help a lot. So take a walk, it's a very good one for you. Another thing, of course, that honestly helped me is eating healthy. When it comes to losing body weight, tummy fat, whatever that it is that you're trying to lose, you must change your diet. You must eat healthy. How do you eat healthy as a new mom? So as a new mom at the time, using my own experience, I started off reducing my portion of food, because of course I know that when you're breastfeeding, you tend to want to eat a lot, not necessarily because your body even needs it, but just because you might be feeding your cravings, because of course you're craving a lot of things. So it was more like I was just feeding my cravings. So one thing I did was to reduce the portion of food I was eating. So if I probably ate like say 3 cups of rice, I reduced it to like 2 cups of rice for a start. And of course I incorporated lots of fruit. So in the morning I could just do smoothies, or maybe smoothies, or just a fruit bowl. That could be my breakfast. That was even usually my breakfast. So when I go to drop my son at the crèche at that time, I would have like a bottle of smoothie in my hand, and I would just take, maybe even during the time I'm probably taking the walk, or when I'm done with the walk, because as a breastfeeding mom, you're probably constantly hungry. So I'd probably just have that, and then that will serve as my breakfast. And then at lunchtime, I'll have like a proper lunch. And I also have fruits in the house that whenever I feel the urge to want to eat something, first response will be your body will want you to go and eat something sweet. I have fruits like pineapple at home, seedless grapes at home, so that those things I could just easily munch on them for snacks. And so this was also one of the things. Your diet has to be in check for you to lose body fat. Unlike some people that can also just lose weight from exercising. Some people just lose weight from exercising without even trying to change their diet. It could just be also because of their metabolism or the way their body is positioned. But when it comes to belly fat, there's no two ways about it. You must change your diet for you to be able to lose belly fat. Belly fat doesn't smile with anybody, because majority of it's how you eat that honestly that honestly feels like causes the tummy fat. So definitely you have to eat healthy, nutritious, dense meals for you, and you must cut out junk as much as possible if you want to see results. So this was one practical tip that honestly helped me lose all the weight, all the tummy fat, and you can also start from somewhere. Don't start Like, and this, I mean, you may not even be able to do that because of course you're breastfeeding or you're nursing, so your body will keep on asking for these things. But ensure that you start like a gradual process. You can do smoothies or fruits for breakfast, just have something really healthy, and portion your meals for lunch, and then for dinner you can do something else. Another thing that honestly helps me very well, or something that another practical tip, was being patient and consistent. Patience and consistency cannot be overemphasized. First and foremost, for my first and second weight loss journey, I lost 25 kg the first time in 5 months because I was younger, and of course I had probably like way more great metabolism. So it was pretty much easy to have lost that weight in that time frame. Because then the second time I lost weight again in 2018, I lost 25 kg in about 8 months. By the way, I tend to gain a lot of weight, about 25 to 30 kg when I'm pregnant. Honestly, it's not like I eat for four, but I don't know what I did to fat. But anyway, it's more of my genetics, so I tend to gain weight super easy. And so in my third weight loss journey, that journey honestly taught me a lot of patience, because I knew that there was no way I was just going to wake up and lose that weight. I mean, I just had a baby, and you should give yourself that grace that you just gave birth to a life, and that you gain that weight in 9 months. You cannot lose it in 1 week. You cannot lose it in 2 weeks. You cannot lose it in 3 weeks. It will take a period of time. So give yourself that grace. Be patient with the journey. There were times when I was losing weight, when I did a lot of things in a particular month, I would lose 1 kg. Sometimes I'll lose 0.5 kg, and I put in a lot of effort. But at the end of the day, I knew I had to be patient. I knew I was older this time, and so the weight was not going to come up as easy as it used to. I tripled my effort. I did a lot. There were times I even went out to walk in the morning, and I'll be crying because I'm like, why is it that fat will not leave me alone? But trust me, one thing you need is to be patient. Be patient with the journey. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Eventually, you're going to lose this weight as long as you keep going. Quitting never makes the results comes faster. And it's better to struggle than to quit, because if you're struggling, you can be maintaining your weight. But if you quit, you would even add times 4 of the weight you're trying to lose. So it's better to struggle than quit the journey. Consistency, on the other hand, doesn't mean perfection. One thing that hinders a lot of people from getting results on their weight loss journey is that they want to be perfect. They want to be perfect for their breakfast, perfect for their lunch, perfect for their dinner, and it doesn't work like that. You have to give yourself grace always. So you can, if let's say for instance your cravings get the better part of you at lunch, and then you eat something that is not so healthy, of course you can make your dinner count. That's what we call consistency. Even if that today you don't get it right today, tomorrow is a good day to get it right. But just keep being consistent, keep on going, keep on pushing. If the weekend gets so bad and you feel like you didn't have enough discipline to hold on to your meal, tomorrow you wake up and you keep trying. So just keep being consistent and being patient, and trust me, the results that you seek will come. And so these are the 5 practical steps I honestly did take in order to achieve all of that transformation picture that you saw. And trust me, if you're intentional and you practice any of these tips I have said, or all of the tips I have said in this video, you will definitely see results. I hope this encourages you to keep pushing and keep going at it, and knowing that definitely at the end it will end in praise. Another thing I want to just slightly put in is prayer. I know that yes, you'll be like, prayer. Yes, I honestly prayed on that my third weight loss journey, because like I said, I never knew I was going to lose that weight.